Yes. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, so I feel like you can hear me, but there's a lot of background noise. Hey bud, how's it going? Hey, Devil Driver '09, how you doing? How's the audio, by the way? I'm trying to make sure the audio is completely correct. I'm not 100% sure how well the audio is doing. Sort that out a little bit. Hopefully we can get this correct, because again, I don't know. Maybe it's working. Maybe the audio is fine. I don't know. Let me know. Oh my god. Let's see. I think the audio is fine, so I'm gonna go and make sure everything's good. You let me know in the chat. I'm gonna go make myself a drink, and then when I get back, we'll do some drawing and stuff. All right, so just bear with me. Okay, I assume the sound is working swell, so I'm just gonna go and find some pictures of Wanda or Vision, and we'll start doing the drawing. So, Wanda. Let's see. I think I'll start with Vision. Let's see, looking for the MCU version of Vision. Let's see. Will do. Just trying to make sure there's no background noise or anything like that while we do this. Right, I'm going to take these glasses off actually. Okay, alright, let's just main reason why I want to get used to streaming and get used to talking while I'm drawing, it's just because, well, one, I'm not very good at speaking in public spaces, so I'm hoping this will allow me to improve myself in that field. And I want to obviously draw, and I want to entertain you guys while I do this. At least that's the plan for me. I'm gonna listen to some music as well while I do this, so let me just get some music on. Obviously, you guys won't be able to hear the music, which is unfortunate for you, but maybe fortunate, depends on the, I don't know, the music I am listening to. Let's see. Okay. So let's start with Vision, and let's see. Vision is a very muscular sort of looking android man type person, so we should probably focus in on that aspect of the character. So I think we need to, let's just zoom in a bit. We need to emphasize, can't say the word, empathize. No, that's not the word. Emphasize, that's the correct word. Not empathize, though we probably should empathize with Vision because he's a likable character, but emphasize the upper body and the chest area of the character. Okay. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet in terms of how I want this character to look, but I'm just gonna kind of make it up as go along. I obviously want a big upper body chest. That's the biggest thing that I want. And when making a character design of someone, you want to make sure that the outline of the character is very recognizable. That way, if you were to completely put the character into a silhouette, you will be able to still recognize exactly who it is. Take any popular cartoon character or any character that you like in particular, just put them in Photoshop and make a silhouette of them, and I guarantee you'll still recognize exactly who the character is. I kind of think Vision has a very square kind of head, with obviously the sort of V kind of top part of that head. Yeah. I've got at least like one person watching here, so I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know if you're still there. If you want to comment on anything and let me know what you're feeling. Have you watched WandaVision? And if you've not, what do you think of the characters Wanda and Vision in terms of the MCU, in terms of the comic books? Whatever, just let me know, and obviously I'll try and answer those questions as we go along. If you've got any questions for art and stuff, I'll try and answer those questions as well. And if you're wondering what I'm drinking, this is a Jaffa Negroni. It is a 1 part Jaffa Cake gin, 1 part sweet vermouth, and 1 part Aperol. You can use Campari. You probably should use Campari, but I prefer... Oh, actually, I've never had Campari. I only have Aperol in, which is a good alternative to Campari. So, there you go. It's a very good drink, though. It's delicious. So, let's... Vision, to me, has a very chiseled kind of chin, so the square sort of shape works. Alright, let's... Good thing with when I'm designing character designs, at least on Photoshop, I always like working very small scales and then up-larging it before I do the inking. And then the inking, we do it big. It's just, I just find it easier to draw that way on Photoshop. I'm just gonna post this on Twitter again and make sure people know that I am currently live streaming. Let's see. Hey guys, I am drawing Wanda and Vision, or maybe just one of them. One of the two. I don't know yet. Depends on how far I want to stream. Post. Okay. Smaller. Okay, so I'm going to work on Vision's face to start with. I always like getting a good foundation of what I want once I got the idea worked out, which is, like I said, bigger upper body, smaller lower body, and a chiseled square head. That's what I want with this character. Okay. So Vision to me obviously doesn't have any ears. It just does not. Let's just lower that size. Let's change the color so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Lower. Okay. So we've got the middle bit, which comes down like a triangle shape. And like I said, I want to make it a square head, so I'm going to keep the top part of the head flat with the Infinity Stone, or whatever it is in the comic books at the top of his head, the gem. And we want to bring in that sort of bit of his head with his lack of ears, or whatever the equivalent of ears would be for Vision. And then bring that down and give him a slight, but only slight, triangular shaped chin. Alright, let me just zoom in on my reference here, which obviously you guys cannot see. Alright, he has a bit of a thing sticking up. We'll do this. Alright, that's our expression. Obviously right now it doesn't look like much of anything, but that's just our first initial kind of sketch that we're going with. Okay. Let's get on to the body aspects of this character. And I think we need to bring this up a bit. Alright, so give them a neck, quite a thick looking neck. And then bring in the whatever this bit is called. I don't know what it's called. It's not a shoulder blade, I think. This is the shoulder blade. This bit on the front, I don't know what it's called. I'm sure someone will probably know. We'll bring this up like this. And then like that. And we'll do the shoulders. And I want the shoulders to be quite square, but really large. Because to me, Vision is very much a Superman type character. Very much the Marvel Superman, in my opinion. He has a cape. He's very muscular. He's a male. Maybe. So, not the chest. Let's keep it simple. We'll just sort of do it like that. And then like this. Because at the end of the day, I want to make a cartoony kind of character that obviously represents Vision. And you guys will easily recognize it in. And obviously keep the idea of the character's design. Like I said, once you silhouette it, it should still look like Vision. Hopefully. That's the end game. Maybe that was too soon. I don't know. Alright. If you are watching this stream, I do appreciate it if you were to like the stream. I'm gonna, I think, make him look more robotic in this. Like a little bit more, like, not sure of what he's doing and just straightforward android. Almost like he's being controlled by Wanda in this particular position. So I'm not going to give him a very interesting dynamic. I'm just going to draw Vision in a sort of, not T-pose, but in is it an A pose? An A pose. Yeah, that'll be it. One of the things about Vision in the MCU that I've noticed is he doesn't have that like big like collar. And honestly, I really wish he did, or at least once in the MCU. And I don't mean in the shitty like Halloween costume that he had. I would like it to have like the full-on like massive collar. But that being said, though, his costume in the MCU is genuinely very good. It's a fantastic version and interpretation of the one from the comics. So I really like that. One of the things I'm looking forward to is Zemo finally getting his mask. Like, so nothing to do with the costume. Obviously, nothing to do with Vision. I'm just saying costumes in the Marvel stuff. I can't wait to see Zemo in his purple mask. Okay, so let's get down there. Obviously, we want his arms, maybe in a fist kind of shape. All right. So let's do the legs. Now the legs, I want to be smaller from the upper body part. Obviously, I still want them to look muscular. So, you know, that's definitely a thing. How I'm gonna specifically draw those legs, I'm not 100% sure yet. Legs have always been a very difficult thing for me to draw. I don't always know exactly what I want to do with him. I always tend to overemphasize the hips, which works for a woman, but for a man it just looks stupid. Well, depending on the type of man you're drawing, I guess. So let's just bring them in like this. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, that won't look too bad. Alright. So, let's see. So, there's a few more people watching the stream now. Don't know if you're just joined us or not, but have you watched WandaVision, and what do you think of him? I really enjoyed WandaVision. I thought it was actually really good. I do think the ending was a little bit not a letdown. I wouldn't say it was a letdown. I would say it was more of the beginning part of the series was very interesting and very fun and very, like, it was a big mystery. And then the second part of the series, once you find that out, it changes its attitude a bit. What is that? I don't know. Oh, that's a bit weird. Sorry, I just got a bit distracted then with the photo bin on. You can see it. I don't know why that's there. That shouldn't really be behind my character. Oh well, whatever. Back to WandaVision. I thought, like, the end of the series wasn't as good as the beginning because the mystery itself was the part of the show to me, and that's the part of what made it interesting. Especially, let's make it seem like a sitcom, and that was the most interesting part of the show. So obviously the ending wasn't going to measure up to the beginning bit because obviously it kind of had to devolve back into the regular MCU sort of stuff. So I get why the ending couldn't be as good as the beginning. But despite that, I did like the ending. I thought the ending was fine. But yeah, let me know what you think of the ending. If you are watching this and can hear me speak, let me know what the audio is like. I'm sorry, I don't know what the audio is like because the last time I did this, the audio was apparently terrible. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to draw... I'm on the wrong layer. Let me just get back to the right layer. Alright. Maybe... I'm going to draw him sort of floating because that's how Vision tends to do things. So Vision's going to be floating. And we'll bring his cape down. Like so. Okay, I think we've got a good foundation right now. So I'm going to merge these layers. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to work on the face a little bit more. Barely can hear you, and I'm at max volume. Okay, let me just try and change my audio settings. Let's see. Hello? Okay, I've turned up the volume a little bit. And I've changed them a little bit. So how is the audio now? Is there feedback or anything like that? But I've turned it up. Let's just hope that works out. more. All right. So with the character designs, when I'm coming up with like character designs or caricatures of people, I want to look at like sort of shapes that the people have. And again, like I said, I think Vision has a very like sort of square oblongular kind of head with a very strong chiseled chin. So let's see. Let's put the layer up. And then we'll change the colour slightly so we won't get confused with the background. Okay. Yep. Okay. So to me, his head's quite square, but I'm going to round it a little bit. Like that. And then the slight triangular chin. Right. Now, he doesn't actually have any eyebrows. So what I'm going to do is bring in that sort of, I don't know what it's called, it's not an eyebrow, but it's like this sort of part of your face, a brow, I guess. It's not an eyebrow, I don't know what it's called, but that sort of thing. I'm going to just give him a basically almost expressionless kind of face. Oh shit, that's very big. Okay, like so. And then, and don't get this confused with a monobrow. It's not a monobrow, it's just his brow. His nose is quite triangular, so let's... No, not that. Definitely not that. It's definitely a triangular kind of shape, like that, but not quite. But that's not what I want. Alright, let's see. Ooh, that's nearly there. That's nearly what I want. That's... Yeah, okay. Alright, I think that is good. It's like facing forward, but the nose is slightly bent, but it's sort of like a stylistic choice. So it's not quite the way... It's not facing forward, but you kind of think it is. I don't know. That's, at least that's the way I see it. That's the idea behind that. Some feedback like running water. Right, okay. I'm not 100% sure how to solve that feedback problem. I think the feedback sound might just be my laptop. Let me see. Yeah, I think the actual feedback noise is actually my computer, which is a bit unfortunate because I can't really solve that problem. But is it so bad that you can't watch? Because if it is, then I'm sorry, because there's nothing I can do about that. But if you can still hear me and at least see what I'm trying to do, that'd be great. I might try and I possibly in the future be able to solve this problem. I just don't know how to do that right now. So is it at least bearable? I hope it's bearable. I'm sorry if it's not. I really do apologize. I can't help the way my computer is being completely shitty right now. It's possibly because Photoshop's open and Streamlabs is open and so on and so forth. So it might not be the best. That's all I can say really. It's bearable. Good. I'm glad it's bearable. Okay, great. I do intend and hopefully want to improve this in the future. But at the moment, I'm glad at least you can hear me and you can see what's going on. So, good. And if you're just joining me and you've not liked the video yet, please do like the video. Share with your friends and we'll continue drawing Vision. Okay, so we've got the sort of triangular kind of chin. Like I said, I want to have him that sort of very muted, blank, almost blank expression. Let's do his eyes. So we've just got it sort of like this. And then the ears, or sort of lack of ears, just a little bit like that. And then we just want a very small slit for a mouth. And then we'll do the gem. the triangle bit sort of thing on his head. I suppose that technically it's not hair, but I suppose in terms of what Vision is, I suppose that technically kind of is hair, I guess. Now, like I said before, Vision does not have eyebrows, but I feel like just for the sake of character design, he should have eyebrows. So we're gonna just draw a line like this, and then like this, kind of a little bit of a sad kind of vibe to him. And then we give the sort of bit under his chin. Alright, so that's the basic sort of design for the face. I think I might actually just make his chin a little bit more square. Like that. Alright, let's do the neck. Yeah, I think that's good. Alright. I think the top part of his body, I feel like should be a bit wider than what I've actually done. So what I'm going to do is highlight the area, and then I'm going to transform the area with distort. So let's just bring that out, and then bring that out. There we go. That looks better to me. Then go back to that layer, and then we'll bring in his muscles, or whatever an android or whatever Vision is has, I guess, and bring that in like that. No, that arm needs to be a bit more spread out. All right. And then we'll bring in the shoulder, whatever this bit is called, shoulder blades or whatever it is. Them. Then he has like a diamond sort of shape on his chest, with his cape sort of extruding out from him. So let's just bring that up. No, I don't like that. Okay, Photoshop's being a bit weird, so let me just wait for that to fix itself. Alright. So we just need to do his cape, which to me, like, in terms of character design again, it needs to be quite I really cannot say that word, empathized, more so than the shoulders. So you need, if you were to silhouette the character, you need to be able to tell that this bit's not supposed to be his shoulders and it's supposed to be his cape over the top of that. So we'll just bring that up over the top. Then we bring his actual shoulders in here. Get rid of that bit. Get rid of that bit on that side. So this bit at the top is his cape, and then his shoulders come down at the bottom. Alright, I'm going to save this now because Photoshop is absolutely terrible when it comes to this kind of thing. So I'm just going to save it because I don't want to Photoshop to crash and be all like, oh no, I've lost everything. WandaVision. Save. Alright. Alright, so we'll continue drawing his arms. Big, muscular, and sort of shaped in a stylistic way. Now, the biggest problem for me, like I said about the silhouette thing with Vision, the biggest problem any character with a cape, if I were to silhouette this, the cape is going to obviously take over his entire body, and you're not going to be able to see the actual silhouette of it. But that, I kind of feel like the cape itself, in terms of the back of the character, I think we can forgive that. I don't know, maybe there's a way of actually physically drawing it so you can see the front part of the outfit and the shape without the cape. So I'm going to obviously concentrate on that part of it, and that's part of the shape. If we were to silhouette it, you would see. If that makes sense. I'm not sure. Does it? I hope it does. Let's see. Hey Loon, wanted to say thanks for the drawing, mate. Also wanted to see how you were doing. Hi Flint. Yeah, you're welcome for the drawing. As you can, if anyone else is interested in looking at the chat right now, Flint, his avatar has been drawn by me, and yeah, it was a gift to him because he gave me a editing software for videos. I've not used it yet, which I feel really bad about, but I do intend on using it because, as you can obviously tell, I want to get back into making videos. And at the moment, I'm just getting back into streaming, and I want to actually start making like actual, like proper, like edited videos. And I'm going to be using that software that he kindly gave to me. And thank you for that. That was fantastic. And yes, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling really good actually. All things considered, with the whole COVID thing and everything else like that, I'm feeling good. Let's see. Blaze Firestorm, like video games, save often. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like video games, except video games. I don't know. I feel like if I die in a video game and I need to reload it, I can be like, well, at least the section I did was fun. Maybe depends on the game, I guess. In this case, it will just annoy the shit out of me way more than a video game. But yeah. Again, if you just give us a like, by the way, if you're enjoying the stream, if you've not done so yet. I'm sorry, I don't really want to keep saying that, but at the end of the day, that's how YouTube works. Anyway, let's get back to Vision. I'm going to, on the inside of the arm like I did here, do a bit of a curve. So we'll just curve that in. Alright. So, Vision wears gloves, I assume? I think he does. Yes, he does. I don't know if he does in the MCU, but it doesn't matter. My version of Vision is having gloves, regardless of whether the MCU version does or not, because the comic version does. So that's the point. So we'll just stick a little bit extra out there, just to show it's an extra bit. I think I've just got a message. Sorry, just give me a second. I just got a text message. I will be right back to what I'm doing in just a second. Let's see. Text messages. Where is my messages? Oh, there it is. Let's see. Okay. On this side, we want the gloves as well. Just draw some really awful fingers at the moment, just to give me the impression of hands, and we'll continue with the chest. Okay, so Vision in the MCU, which I'm kind of mostly basing this on, does he have like undies? Like the sort of weird undies like superheroes usually have? The image I've got does not show me anything but all the pants. So just give me a second to look up another image of Vision. Right, okay, he does not. My version of Vision will, because I feel it breaks down the suit like of any superhero to have the weird like undies section of the costume. So I'm gonna give him. We're gonna give him some undies because to me it just looks better. It just breaks down the colours of the suit more to give them undies. Alright. Okay, I'm just going on Twitter right now just to see a reply to my stream tweet. Do you mean Wanda and Cosmo? Oh, right, that Wanda. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean that Wanda. wondering. I mean, to be fair, I mean, WandaVision. There is an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where they are in a sitcom, so maybe it's the same thing. It's very close. Yes, I also have beer because why not? Why not? We're all having fun here. It's a nice day outside. It's a nice day outside, so I thought I'd stay in and make a stream. Because that makes the most amount of sense to do. Right, so let's draw the character's legs. I feel like, actually, let's go back to the head. I feel like the top part of Vision's head should be sort of bigger than the bottom part of the head. So I'm just going to change the perspective on that. Let's just make that bigger. Not Megamind big. Definitely not Megamind big, but just a bit bigger. Yeah. Alright, let's do those legs. So let's just bring that down. Then we'll bring it in. We'll bring it out. Let's put it in the middle. You can probably tell with the way I'm drawing legs, I am way more accustomed to drawing the female figure than the male figure. I always want to draw big hips and have the hips just like stick out, just because I'm so much more used to drawing the female figure, or traps, I guess. And you know, I like looking at that sort of stuff, so I prefer drawing it. So I could draw men. Obviously, I'm just not as good as drawing men as I am women. Although, if you were to ask me the same question, who do I find it easier to draw? Like 10 years ago, I would have said men. Now, no, women. Women are so much easier to draw to me than men. It's ridiculous. And that's pretty much because I started drawing the lewd sort of variety of drawings, if you know what I mean. Let's just bring this cape down, like I said, and just... You know, I don't want the cape to stick out as much as it does. I feel like Vision's sort of like pose when he sort of does that stoic sort of float upwards. The cape doesn't really flare out and it's just more straight. I'm going to make it longer than his actual body. Whether it is supposed to be or not, I just feel that's just a better look of it. At least not in the silhouette. If it was a silhouette, that would look terrible, but I just think as a full colour picture, that might look better. I don't know. Alright. That's my Vision. I'm going to go move on to Wanda and see what we do. Oh god, I'm burping quite badly right now. Just 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to move on to Wanda, and we'll come back to Vision. So let's get the sketch of Wanda out. Let's see, Wanda Maximoff. Let's just get a good picture of Elizabeth Olsen. And we need, let's see, that's a good picture of Elizabeth Olsen, I think. Alright. And then we'll just get a picture of her costume in WandaVision. Yes, I am going to go with the Halloween costume because it's the most interesting to me. Yep, and then we will get the comic version. Wanda Marvel Comics. Why can't I do? There we go. Bring that over. Okay. Okay, so let's do some Wanda. Let's draw a Wanda. Alright. So let's go over here. I just got another text message, so just give me a second. Let's draw Wanda then. Okay, so let's see. Let's have a look at Elizabeth Olsen's head. It's quite round. In my opinion, it's quite round. I don't know. Let's put that on a different layer. Okay. So, in my opinion, her head is quite round. And we'll give her a triangular sort of top, similar to how I did Visions, but instead of making it super wide at the top, we're bringing in the shoulders and making the waist thin, because, as we know, women just don't have organs. That's why she has literally no stomach. Alright. And we're going to give her another triangle at the bottom. Well, sort of a triangle. A diamond. More of a diamond shape, really. Like that. Which emphasises the hips. It's quite bigger on top, lower on the bottom. But that's because the hips are going to come up like that. And it makes it a bit more hourglass shape. As you can see. At least that's the idea. Okay. Alright. That's my idea for Wanda in sort of the very general sort of look to the character. Oh, I've got 6 views now. Hello, there's more people watching. If you're just new here, please like the video and let me know what you think of the drawing so far. Let me know what you think of WandaVision. Let me know what you think of the MCU. Let me know what you think of Marvel in general, like Wanda and Vision in terms of the comic books. And I shall continue drawing. Okay, so I'm going to work on her head, her face, a bit more before I work on the body. So, let's see. Obviously, Wanda, or the Scarlet Witch, rather, has her sort of crown-looking thing. So let's just get that involved. Actually, my music has just stopped, so I'm there we go. All right, very good. Let me just. Okay. Bring in the M shape, and then bring this up like so. All right, gonna give some ears. All right. So we've got our basic sort of shape. I think the head's massive right now, so I'm going to make the head a lot smaller than what we've currently got. So let me just erase that. Make that a bit smaller. Probably should be smaller than that, but we'll build up more of the face first, and then I will figure out the exact size of the drawing. Let me know any comments you've got while I'm doing this. All right. So let's see. Like I said, I still think her face is quite round, so I'm going to give her a bit of a rounded chin. I'm going to look at her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are sort of they're not super thin, but they're not super thick either. They're sort of like a medium sort of size. So, and the picture I have, she has a sort of this kind of look on herself. You know, that kind of look. You know, the DreamWorks, sort of look to her face. And she has a button nose, to me. And then we'll give her a cheeky kind of smile. Like, she knows what she's doing. She knows how to use her magic now. She is the Scarlet Witch, and she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows she completely can destroy the villain, even if the villain thinks she can't. That's Wanda. That's Wanda to me right now. Okay. Let's get some lips. Bring in this. Yes, you might be looking at this picture and going, "Oh my god, that looks terrible." Of course it does. It's a sketch. It's nowhere near the final piece. That's kind of the point. Whenever I draw anything, the very initial sort of sketchy phase of it looks always absolutely awful. So keep that in mind and bear with me, and we will get somewhere with this. At least I hope we do. Oh, it's a nice drink. It's such a good drink. Alright. Okay. I think I've made the actual face of this though a bit, the chin of it a bit too big, so I'm going to bring that in a bit. Erase that. I make the ears a bit smaller as well. More like that. Alright, let's make the head overall a bit smaller. Bring it down there. Okay. Alright, let's do the body. So we need a neck with the shoulder section, and we need boobs. Definitely we need some boobs, because Scarlet Witch has some, at least in the comic books, has amazing tits. Well, to be fair, Elizabeth Olsen does too, and she likes showing them off, so I'm just saying, feminists, please do not attack me. I'm just saying she has them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm getting now. I don't think it looks bad. It looks like DreamWorks Astro Boy blew a few batteries. You know, the DreamWorks... This might be a little bit of a hot take. I don't know how anyone else feels on the DreamWorks Astro Boy movie. I actually really enjoyed that movie. I know it's somewhat different from the actual Astro Boy, but I genuinely did enjoy that film. It was fine. It was an okay movie. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it's very Astro Boy. I agree. I agree. But when I get a little bit more detail in, it will look far better than that. It'll look different. It'll look more like what I want it to look like. My head's vision is not my vision. You get it? Is not quite what I'm drawing yet. That's just how all of my sketches begin. All right. So we want the thin waist. Like I said, women have no organs, as everybody knows. And then we want to draw the boobs. So, let's see. No. I don't like that angle. Oh, okay, that's not... There we go. Let's draw... the angle a bit better. Get rid of those bits. Alright, okay. That's sort of my body. It's a bit weird. Bear with me. It will improve. At least I hope it will improve. Maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't know they made an Astro Boy movie. I thought I was just making a bad joke. Really? Oh yeah, no, I don't know. Was it DreamWorks? I'm not sure. Let me just double check that. There was an Astro Boy movie that was in CG. Astro Boy movie. I'm just googling this because I know that happened. Who made it? Let's see. There was an Astro Boy movie, 2009. Who was it by? Astro Boy, 2009. Okay, let's see. Who made this movie? I don't know who made it. There's an Astro Boy CGI movie that came out in 2009. I don't know who made it. It wasn't DreamWorks, but it was a CGI Astro Boy movie. It came out in 2009. If you've not seen it, I recommend it. It was pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Who made this? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'll get back to drawing in a second. I need to know who made this. Who made Astro Boy 2009? Oh, it was a it was a Japanese movie. This is produced by... I can't read that name because it's Japanese and I do not want to butcher it. Yeah, I feel like it was a Japanese movie. I don't know. But yeah, it was a CGI movie that came out in 2009. I remember watching it. I enjoyed the film. There you go. It exists. It wasn't DreamWorks though, but there you go. I've seen it. It was a good movie. Hey, see? Yeah, I'm not the only person that saw that film. Good. Oh my god. Yeah, that was a thing. A thing that happened. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this. Oh, it looks a bit odd. Let me just... I'm going to just merge that down. I'm going to just bring that a bit opaque. And then we'll work from there. Alright, let's... Alright, let's see... Alright. I'm going... Right, okay. I genuinely just need to go and take a whiz. So I will be back in a second. Please don't leave me. If you're new here, please like the video. Tell your friends. Thank you. Back in a second. Right. Poster Kun will entertain us till you're back. And the chair. Poster Kun? I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what Kun means, but I don't know what Poster Kun means. Explain. Let's take back to this. Ow. Tits in, because bring this in a bit. And then we want the head, shoulders, arms, and then we'll bring this arm up. We'll draw that glove in. And then we'll give her the Doctor Strange / Spider-Man hand, which is the normal sort of, you know, that kind of shape. Okay. And then do the arm. I'm going to bring. I think I'm going to bring it down. And again. Yes, it looks weird, but give me. Just bear with me. It will look better. It will look better. Right, I want to go back to the head, and instead of it looking directly forward, I'm gonna redo it, but I'm gonna make it tilt a bit. I think. So I'm gonna just bring in that again, and then we're gonna do the helmet. Bring the top part up. Let's just rub that a bit out. But nose. that. Okay. Let's do the lower part then. So like I said, we've got the lower part of the leotard. So how do we want to do this? We want it to be floating again, but with a bit more pizzazz than the Vision, because to me the Vision is very much more a self-contained, like very, what's the word, reserved kind of character, where Wanda's more emotional. Like Wanda is like the emotional volcano, whereas Vision's very reserved and very like self-contained, knows how to control his emotions, which kind of makes them the perfect couple. It makes sense, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so let's do something stupid like that. It's a weird pose, but we'll get to it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Kun is the suffix in anime for characters. Yeah, I was right about that. Should have been poster-chan though. Right, I know what you mean by chun, by kun and chan, but what do you mean by poster? I don't. You mean that in the background? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Alright, okay. Alright, let's... Alright, let's work on our face a bit then. So, give him some eyes. And I think she has big round eyes with some wings for eyelashes. Let's change her expression a little bit, I think. Let's give her a sort of... That's the same expression. Let me just do that again. A bit more of a kind of look. Like, I don't know. This is a bit sus. Kind of look. I don't know. I don't explain this. Kind of look. I don't know. You tell me what it means. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna put some music on for myself. I'm sorry you cannot hear it. I'm actually gonna listen to some Bioshock. A Bioshock rap by a guy called JT Music. I do not know if you know who he is, but he is a rapper on YouTube that makes a bunch of like video game raps. And if you don't know who he is, I suggest go and check him out. He's called GT. Start again. GT. What's I going to say? GT. It's GT Music. Go and check him out. He does some amazing songs, and I love him. Right. Okay. Yeah, you do mean the guy in the background. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Looks Bruce Timm like. As in the drawings I'm doing looks Bruce Timm like. As in the Wanda and Vision. Yeah, I'm kind of going for that kind of vibe. So yeah, that makes sense. That's good. I'm okay with that. I think the eye needs to be a bit closer, actually. Let me just bring that in a bit. There we go. Alright, so button nose, I think. Okay. Right. And then we get back to the helmet. I'm going to bring the crown, or wherever you want to call it, into the head, like so. Just like a part of the line of the face. And then bring up the second side. And then bring in the horn sort of look to it. Kind of like a devil, I suppose. I don't know. It's kind of very devil-like. Now let's do a hair. Let's see. I want a hair to sort of flow around, I guess. Like that. Over the top. Yeah, I feel that works. I feel that looks good. Let's see. Smug and concerned. Yeah, kind of smug and concerned. Like, yeah, I can probably beat this villain, maybe. Yeah, just like that. And Bruce Timm, I'm kind of going for the Bruce Timm kind of character design vibe because I just love that style a lot. So I'm not surprised it kind of looks like that because I'm very influenced by Bruce Timm, actually, so that works. That's good. That is not an eraser. Alright, let's... Just gonna, let's see, get the neck in like that. That looks a bit odd. I think I need to bring that up a bit closer to the head. I think that's where it looks a bit weird. So let's just raise that up a bit. And then bring the neck down. And then bring the arm like that. Yeah, I think that works better. Yeah, okay. And then bring out the fine ass, just out like that. There we go. That looks a little bit better, a little bit more defined, I guess. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I want to draw sexy, whether it's a male, whether it's a female. It doesn't matter to me. I want to draw sexy people, and you've got the people going, "Oh no, people don't really look like this," and it's like, well, they do if they're sexy. And I say this is a person who's not sexy at all, and I look like, well, the person that you see on the screen with a bow tie. So, I mean, you know, I also draw non-sexy things. So, you know, that's definitely a thing. Batman the Animated Series is brilliant. It absolutely is. So, actually, any DCAU stuff is brilliant. The Batman Animated Series, the Superman Animated Series, Static Shock, Justice League, and Batman Beyond, all just fantastic shows. And you might say, like, you know, like, oh, Batman's really dark, well, the Superman show's not quite as dark. But then there's an episode where a villain gets sent to the death sentence and gets the chair, while Superman, or Clark Kent rather, just watches him die. Which is one of my favourite episodes of Superman. And then another favourite episode of Superman is where he pretends to be Batman, and then Bane tries to fight him, thinking he's Batman, and then he just gets the shit out of him because he's Superman. And he's like, wait, what? Amazing episode, especially Robin's slight racism towards Superman. Accidental racism. It's great. There's a bit in it where basically Superman and Robin find out that Batman has been abducted by aliens, and when they both find this out, Superman's reaction is, okay, he's been abducted by these aliens, let's go and get him. Whereas Robin's interpretation of the whole thing is, God damn it, I hate aliens. And then Superman just gives him this look of, dude, hello. And then Robin's just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so good. I agree with you that the sexy topic on the sexy topic. Let me speak. I agree with you on the sexy topic, and I'm a fat knob. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like drawing sexy things. I don't need to be sexy to draw sexy things, including men and women or whatever. I don't care. I know what I like to look at. That's it at the end of the day. I don't like to look at myself. I like to look at other people. Also, thank you guys. Oh, you should have said, yeah, I agree. Aha. You are an ugly cunt. Well, thanks. Alright, let's draw these thighs and legs in. Let's get a good pose going here. Bring in the feet going down like so. Boots. I think I'm gonna have this arm actually going just straight down like that, and then this arm being the magic hand, I guess. Alright. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna just merge that down again, and I'm gonna neaten it up. Then hopefully we'll be ready for the line work. I think her head needs to be a little bit smaller. Right, let's see. I agree with you. Alright, BJ Chester. Superman the animated series is underrated. The episode where he gets mind controlled by Darkseid and loses the people's trust was great, and how it was worked into the Justice League was too. Yes, it was. The continuity and how well weaved that entire universe was just fantastic. It was so good. I don't know what to say. It was so good. I like how they finished the way they went into the Batman Beyond's future, for the Justice League, and explained a bit more about his past within that series. No, it was so well woven together. It was great, and I miss having that kind of thing in cartoons these days. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Marvel, Disney Marvel, tried to do that with with Ultimate Spider-Man and the Avengers Assemble cartoons and stuff. But then when you actually sit down and watch them, if you actually watch them like back to back, and then like figure out what happens in Spider-Man, figure out what happens in Avengers Assemble. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if anyone's ever actually watched this. The Hulk's origin in the Spider-Man cartoon is completely different to the Hulk's origin in the Avengers cartoon. Yet, they're supposed to both exist in the same universe. So it doesn't make any sense. And I just don't get it at all. Whatsoever. Now, the previous Avengers cartoon, though, like, I could see that just, like, expanding into, like, a big, wide, expanded universe so much better than whatever the fuck Disney decided to do after they cancelled that show. Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes was just... it's so good. It had, like, little bits of, like just sprinkled in with the rest of the wide MCU, of the MCU, Marvel Universe. It was just right there. Why didn't they do anything with it? I don't know. Annoys the shit out of me. Kind of wish there was more Green Lantern in the DC AU, but otherwise it's perfect. When you say the DC AU Green Lantern, do you mean more John Stewart or do you mean more Hal Jordan? Because there's quite a lot of John Stewart, but not a lot of Hal Jordan. Anyway, back to work, I suppose. I'm gonna make this side of the face just straight down like that. It's not quite straight. There we go. And more bring the chin. And do the ear. And then we'll do the top part of the helmet, or crown, or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I want to make this very like sort of an very simple, almost like it's a animated series kind of thing. Hence the reason Bruce Timm. So I don't want to make things super complicated. So we'll bring it down like that. Yeah, that'll work, I think. Hal Jordan, but even really. Yeah, because Hal Jordan showed up in Superman, I think, didn't he? But he did not show up. Well, maybe he did show up in the Justice League, but he wasn't given a major role in it. But that being said, I love Jon Stewart. He's such a good Green Lantern. I absolutely just like. One of the things that I found amazing regarding Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan is when the Green Lantern movie came out and we had all those people who grew up with the Justice League cartoon go, hang on a second, why did they whitewash Green Lantern? He's supposed to be black. And I'm sat there reading all these comments like, yeah, I like the black Green Lantern too. I love Jon Stewart, don't get me wrong, he's amazing. But Hal Jordan was the original Green Lantern. Well, technically he wasn't, but I mean he was before Jon Stewart, and yeah, you get it. You get it. You know what I'm talking about. Let's do that face. Nose. Eyes. Eyelashes. And let's do the mouth. Lips. Bottom lips. Teeth. sharper. I have no idea if Wanda actually wears earrings, but for the sake of design, I'm gonna just give her one. And then her eyebrows. Yep. Yeah, I think with Wanda, it's very much of a I'm not sure what the fuck I'm doing kind of look on her face, which is very much what Wanda is like. Like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I will destroy the shit out of you anyway. I'm choosing that. You know what, I don't know if this is legal to do. I don't really care because at the end of the day, I'm promoting someone. I'm promoting you to go and listen to the guy's music. So I'm going to play some music from the guy who I'm listening to right now, and I really recommend you go listen to his music because it's great. I'm just gonna play it for you right now. Just turn the volume up. Okay, this is JT Music. Go and check him out. He's great.
But unless I'm acting pleased, it'll be the end of me.
Let's see. The 90s Marvel cartoons had better continuity, and I'm pretty sure they were different studios involved. I think the 90s Marvel cartoons were all made by the same studio. I'm not sure. And obviously X-Men I know there's X-Men, Spider-Man, Hulk, Fantastic Four, and the Avengers. There was an Avengers cartoon, and Iron Man. But they all existed in the same universe. I don't know. They're all good though. Well, not all of them. The Avengers one was a bit shit, and Fantastic Four was. But Spider-Man and X-Men and Hulk, very good, very good shows. Very good shows. Alright, I think we're gonna attempt to start inking, I guess. Let's get... Batman: The Brave and the Bold was pretty good too, for what it was. I actually never watched Batman Brave and the Bold. However, I did watch the final episode, which I thought was really clever. It's when Batman just comes in and destroys the universe, and then just like remakes the universe to get ready for the next Batman reboot. I thought that was very clever. I was like, well played, cartoon. That was clever. I like it. White Vision needs to check his privilege. Yes, he does. All right. Right, so the inking part of it is really the part that really settles the way the character looks. And I might have a rough sketch underneath. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to stick 100% to that sketch. Because like I said, it's sort of a rough idea of how I want it to look. That's the idea. It's also the reason why inking can often be very annoying, because like you think your sketch looks amazing and then you start to ink it and you're like, oh no, that looks awful. Why did I like this? Let's see, get that button nose in. To the other eye. You're doing great, honestly. I look forward to the end result. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Sorry if I go a little bit quiet right now. It's one of those things where I'm trying to do the line work and remembering to speak. I can fully express and talk when I'm sketching, but when I'm like really inking, it becomes very... I don't know. I concentrate a bit too much and forget where I am. That's the reason why I want to try and get out of that and talk at the same time, but it's very difficult to do. It's like when I'm at weddings or parties and stuff. I draw live at parties and stuff like that, and I draw like people like within like 2 to 5 minutes. I do caricatures, you know, that kind of thing. And I find it very difficult to kind of speak to them while I'm drawing. I can sort of like speak to them and then stop drawing and then speak to them. Because, you know, people want to obviously talk to you when you're drawing them, and it makes sense. But I can't draw and speak at the same time. It's weird. And I want to try and get out of that, because if I can speak and talk at the same time, I can speed my live drawing process, and it makes it a lot easier. I've recently started non-digital painting and noticed how it's helping me improve overall and with my digital stuff as well. Oh, that's really good. When I did actual painting, which it didn't improve my digital painting. I don't know. I've only really recently learned to digital paint, because I could paint like normally beforehand. I just did not know how to digitally paint. But then over the last like year, I looked at some of the extra tools you get in Photoshop and how the brush tool can be edited and make stuff, and I've just got better from there. Actual painting, though, didn't help me in the digital world, but I'm glad it does for you, because it didn't for me. Let's do the mouth. Doing this mouth, I need to get it perfect. Oh, that looks okay, I think. Just need to do... Remember once when I was drawing live and I did this kind of thing with a lip, and I colored it in like this, well, she thought it was a mustache. She didn't quite like him, even though it wasn't supposed to be a mustache. So doing this kind of top lip can be dangerous in the field. So be wary of that if you ever decide to draw someone who's sat in front of you. They might hate you. That's all I'm saying. Kind of feel like the mouth should be a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna just shrink this. I think it's a bit too big. I don't think I'll do the line. I think I'll just leave it like that. I think that looks good. But I think what I will do... Let's do a little bit there, just to give an impression of top and bottom teeth. Right, eyebrows. Look. Yeah, looks fine. That's what I want. That kind of thing. Right. The animated intro song from episode 2 is playing in my head while watching this. Which animated intro song? I need more specifics than that, because I can totally just play that for myself. So I know what you're on about. Fingers with me, a lot of me drawing in Photoshop is just drawing a line and then undoing the line and then redrawing the line, then undoing the line, then redrawing the line for at least like 10 times. And then I'm like, yeah, that line will do. Yeah, maybe. I think I need to bring this line in a little bit. And then we'll do the air. And then the earring. Okay. The animated intro song from episode 2 is playing in my head. WandaVision. Oh, right. The one that's basically Bewitched. Yeah. I think. I'm pretty sure. Was it episode 2 the Bewitched parody song? Because I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe it was the first one. I can't remember. But I get what you're saying. Right, yeah. Let's just make that a straight line. Then again. Or maybe a little bit curved. A little bit curved. Yeah, a little bit curved. That works. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom again. I will be right back. I'm hearing I dream of Genie's intro playing when I watch The Inking. I'm hearing dream of Genie's intro. I don't know what that means. Sorry, there's a this is a Blink 182 song, like just playing in my headphones right now, and I'm just like, woo! I like this song. Red Dove, sell me home. Want to get the straight line. Nope. Kinda. I'll do probably. So, out the people that are watching me right now, in terms of like commentary versus drawing, like ratio, how am I doing? Like, I'm trying to make this as entertaining as I possibly can. I can, I want it to be a bit more than just, oh, look at this really slow drawing. It's okay, I'm bored. You've got anything to say? So I'm just trying to, balance that out a little bit. And I don't know how. Let's see, I'm hearing I dream of blah, blah, don't worry, it's a boomer sitcom. Alright, fair enough. That'll do line, that'll do. You're doing better than I would. Thank you. I'm sure you do fine. I don't know. But yeah, drawing and talking is not, I don't know. Like, if I'm sketching, it's fine, but when I'm doing the line work, it's very difficult. I don't know. I just want to concentrate what I'm doing, but then I'm like, oh yeah, people are watching me do this. Do that. I think. Let's see. What was that legs? No. Let's see. I want hair sticking out here. I think. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. All right. Neck. Now, what would it look like if I were to get rid of that line? Will that look better, or will that look worse? Right, what do you guys think? Do you think I should have the neck open like that, or should I have a line go right up to the other end of the neck? Should I have the head separate from the neck, or should I have the head connected to the neck? Let me know if you think which looks better. It's should be straight. That straight down. I feel like a boomer at this point. Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like a boomer at this point, spaced connected. Both the same. We're equal in terms of which way we want this. The one person wants it that way, one person wants it the other way. I feel like a boomer too. And by that I mean I just feel old. I don't know. I look at my old videos and I'm like, oh, that wasn't that long ago. And then I look at the date and I'm like, oh, that was like 10 years ago. Oh, okay. I don't know. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll go with it, and then we'll sort it later, and we'll see what we land on. Let's get this boobies in, booby lines. You know, you can't have Wanda without boobs. Do you know what's actually one of the funniest things? When they were filming Age of Ultron, when I can't speak. Okay, when they was filming Age of Ultron, when they hired Elizabeth Olsen to play Wanda Maximoff, apparently, Joss Whedon said to her directly that, don't worry, you do not have to wear the costume from the comic books because it's sexist, apparently. And basically, oh, don't worry, you don't have to show your tits off, you don't have to show your boobs, it's fine, you don't have to wear this kind of sexy thing. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You know, says Joss Whedon, the renowned feminist who cheated on his wife and did a bunch of other bullshit about women. But if you look at her in WandaVision, she wears a very skimpy outfit in that, and she seems to be completely okay with it. I don't know what to tell you, Josh. I don't know what to tell you. It's just really funny that you just assume that she wouldn't like it straight off the bat. Also, from a feminist, from Joss Whedon's point of view, being a feminist, supposedly, there is an interesting parallel between the Justice League movie and the Avengers movie. In Avengers Age of Ultron, there's a very specific scene in that where Bruce Banner, during the very first introduction of Ultron in the Avengers Tower when they're all having that party, there's a bit in it where he gets flung over the bar and his face lands in Black Widow's boobs. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. In the Justice League, there's a very similar scene where the Flash is running at top speed, he trips, and he falls into Wonder Woman's boobs. Both scenes directed by Joss Whedon, the feminist. And what's even more hilarious is Gal Gadot, I don't know, the woman that plays Wonder Woman, said she was very uncomfortable in doing that scene, and Josh insisted on doing it anyway, because fuck you, he's a feminist, right? I love that. It's just one of the funniest things, that this feminist is just like, yeah, no, let's just rub my face into things. It's great. This is great. I don't know if this is cool or not, but I'm actually listening to Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. That's what's playing in my ears right now. I'm not doing that deliberately, it's just on a playlist. But I'm enjoying the song and I actually want to sing it, but I'm not going to because that would be weird and cringy. Alright, let's do her back. I think we want a straight line right up from there to the arm. I think right down to the glove. Maybe a slight curve. Yeah. I don't want the line going right up to the top, so about there. I think that makes the most amount of sense. You see, whenever very specifically circles, whenever I'm drawing circles on Photoshop, I'll end up doing this like 50 times before I'm satisfied. No. 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 Maybe. No. 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 Maybe. No. Okay, that could be good. Let's just see if we move this down a bit. Just edit that a bit. Edit that a bit. Edit that a bit more. Edit that a bit more. Zoom in. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good. Let's see. LOL Drink Drawing Challenge. Joss Whedon also said when he wrote Alien Resurrection, it was supposed to be a parody script, but to me, that just sounds like cope. Okay, first of all, I'm not drunk. I've had a few drinks. I'm not actually drunk though. So yeah, there's that. I'm just not very good at drawing round circles, which is a bit weird because that seems to be the main thing I draw. But it's very annoying. But yes, Joss Whedon is one of the most absolute bullshit people in the entire fucking planet in Hollywood. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I like The Avengers, the first one. I like Age of Ultron as well. They're fine. Hot take, I even like the Justice League movie. It was at least enjoyable, despite the fact that it wasn't very good. But it was enjoyable. I don't know what the Zack Snyder one version is like. I've not seen it yet. I do intend on watching it. I've not seen it yet, though. But my God, he's such a massive hypocrite. It's hilarious seeing his own people, seeing the feminists that he placated for years just eat him up. It's great. Oh, would I do a drunk drawing challenge? Well, I could, but honestly, I mean, I don't. Maybe next time I'm doing a stream with Alicia, and we'll do like Alicia. I mean, you might have been here the other night, where she got really drunk. Maybe on one of those nights I will. But I will say, I can draw quite well drunk. I'm not. This might sound really like, oh, I'm really good at drawing, dilly-dilly-dee. But generally speaking, I actually can, when I'm drunk, I can generally draw quite well while drunk, and you probably wouldn't notice. I've been at weddings and stuff. I was once at a wedding. I don't mean like a job. I just mean like I was invited to a wedding. It was my cousin's wedding, and I just decided at one point just to get out a sketchbook and just started drawing people because I was bored, whatever, I don't know. And then everybody started just buying me drinks while I was doing this, and the entire night I kept drinking, I kept drawing, I kept getting money, I kept getting free drinks, and I was drunk all the way through it, but people kept giving me more. I don't know, maybe it was just because, maybe the drawings were shit, I don't know, but I just kept getting money and stuff, so I don't know, maybe they were shit and they just felt sorry for me, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Is there a room which... I'm sorry, I really can't speak. I'm so bad at speaking. If you ever met me in real life, like, constantly, you'd just be all like, I feel like guy's drunk. I just can't speak. I'm just trying to, like, speak normally, and I just constantly just mix up my words, and it's really annoying, and I really want to stop that problem. I mean, people at school used to take the mick out of me because I kept on stuttering and stuff like that. It's a very difficult thing to overcome. I constantly trip over my own words. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, has anyone watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier? I don't know, up to now I'm enjoying that show. I think it's good. Out of all of the Disney Plus Marvel shows, that was the one I was just like, meh. I'm looking forward to, at least recently. I mean, like, I don't know, I'm not really super looking forward to Miss Marvel, but in terms of, like, the main, like, Loki, WandaVision and Falcon, that was the one that I was like, yeah, well, that looks the most boring to me. But, I don't know, the first 2 episodes were really good. Let's see. I got some beers at a bar for doing caricatures. Yeah, yeah, I've done that too. It's I've been at like weddings and stuff like that, and towards the end of the night, once I've finished my job, like the time's over and whatever, and I'm about to leave. Obviously, I've been paid for it. I'm about to leave. Done the wedding guest. I'm about to leave, and then, you know, the bar staff at the wedding is like, hey, would you mind doing me a picture or whatever? I'll give you a beer. So, yeah, that's good as well. Like, I say, okay, sure, I'll draw you before I leave, and they give me some beers, and I'm like, thank you. It's one of the best jobs in the world, because it's like, you get paid to draw, and you're at parties and weddings and stuff, and people will buy you drinks, even the bar, like, you know, once you're finished, and you're about to go home or whatever, the bar staff will be all like, yeah, no, here's a drink. It's fantastic. It's absolutely great, and I love it. It's absolutely been an absolute shame for the past year. I've not been able to go to a single wedding or party due to the coronavirus. Actually, I mean, I've been to... last year, I went to a wedding in February, and I did 2 corporate gigs last year. So, you know, in total, last year I did 3 events, where normally I would do way more than that. Let's see. I'm enjoying it more than WandaVision. Oh, really? I don't know. Like, it kind of just depends on where it goes. I mean, I really enjoyed the first bits of WandaVision, just because of the unusual, like, it's a sitcom. I don't know. I just enjoyed that a lot. It's especially the first 2 episodes, because the black and white 50 style as you can probably see, is kind of my aesthetic at the moment. So, yeah. So, in terms of Winter Soldier, though, obviously been watching it. It's been really good. So, what's your theories for it so far? I at the moment I feel like U.S. agent in the series. I obviously in terms of comic books and stuff like that, he's gonna go crazy by the end of it. But I feel like he's genuinely trying to be a good person, and I think the government themselves are manipulating him, and eventually he is going to go mad. I do think he's going to go mad by the end of it and become evil Captain America, but I don't think that's what he wants to do. I think that's just what is going to happen. I just don't feel like that's what he wants to be. I think he wants to be the good guy, even if he isn't. Nearly. Still nearly. Nope. 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 No. Okay, maybe I can salvage this. Maybe I can salvage this. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Yes. That's good. I like it. We're gonna go with that. That's great. US agent will be the villain, at least by the end. I also think he already has the serum. Well, obviously, yeah, he will be the villain by the end of the. By the end of it, I think his girlfriend or wife or whoever it was is going to be killed before the end of it, and that's one of the triggers that's going to make him go completely berserk. Whether he's got the serum yet, I'm not 100% sure about. Maybe he does, but I did have a theory that maybe he doesn't yet, but he will get it from the power broker later on. Maybe he's feeling he hasn't, he's been, how can I put this? He's got the role of Captain America because he's been the best soldier that he can be, where he doesn't have the serum yet. And because he wants to prove himself so much, that's when he goes to the power broker and gets the serum. And that's what and because the serum's not perfected or something, that's what makes him go crazy. That's my theory anyway. He doesn't have it yet, but he will go and get it because he wants to be Captain America. He wants to be the best because he's trying to be the best. But that makes him snap. I don't know. That's just sort of my theory. I'm usually wrong about these things. I mean, like, I was one of the people that thought Mephisto was going to show up in WandaVision, and then he didn't, so I don't know. Right, I'm just going to go to the toilet again. I have a very weak bladder. I apologise. I'm going to get another drink, and then I will continue with the drawing. Yeah. As you can see, there's a thighs. It's going well. Yeah. I just want a good Fantastic Four movie. I'll forgive all the stupid stuff Marvel has done if they pull that off. Yes, I want a Fantastic Four movie as well. I've said this before, actually. I never gave a shit about Marvel getting X-Men back. I just don't care at this point. Like, to me, putting the X-Men into the MCU is at this point is very redundant because it seems like it's just not going to work without some really crazy bullshit. But I did want the Fantastic Four in the MCU, because I feel that's the point where it's really good, where we can do something actually interesting. Where the where X-Men, I don't care. It's whatever. I'd care more about X-Men being in the MCU if we could have done that from the start. Like having Captain America with Wolverine in World War II. But it's now very much, oh, okay, well, that's... I feel that ships, like, sailed. But the Fantastic Four can still be introduced into the MCU, and yeah, I want that a lot. I feel like Galactus is easily a very good big bad, like a Thanos big bad kind of character. So I don't know. It's just, yeah. I just want to go back to the movie. I am the same. I love X-Men, but Fantastic Four needs it more and has so many villains that could be done great. I do hope we finally get the X-Men in their costumes, though. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's one of the things about the Fox's X-Men that really just annoys me, especially in X-Men Wolverine, the Wolverine with the when he goes to Japan, the deleted scene where he gets his fucking actual yellow costume, deleted scene, and he never wears it even in the next movie. Like, why? Sorry, it really annoys me. I don't know why, like, they even bothered filming that scene. Oh, it's just so, like, irritating. Just has the best fucking... Ah! Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? You know? But yeah, I'd like to see the X-Men in the actual costume, but I'm just really curious how Marvel's gonna currently do it. But I do know what's one of the things that's really interesting is before the Netflix Daredevil came out, Marvel wanted Galactus. They tried to make a deal with Fox before their Daredevil contracts ran out, and basically they said to him, "Look, okay, Here's the deal. You can keep Daredevil. You can keep Fantastic Four. Just give us Galactus. You can't use Galactus in a Fantastic Four film, but you can have if you can have the Fantastic Four themselves. You can have Daredevil still, and you can have everything tied to the Fantastic Four, except Galactus. Just give us Galactus, and you can go on with your merry way. Fox said no, and then Daredevil reverted to Marvel, and that's when the Netflix started. The Netflix series started because Marvel didn't want Daredevil; they wanted Galactus specifically. So I don't know. Kevin to me has a plan for Galactus, and I don't know what it is. But he has a plan for Galactus. He doesn't have a plan for X-Men. He doesn't have a plan for Daredevil. He has a plan for Galactus, and that's what he wanted. So the entire Fox Disney buyout was simply just because Galactus. Let's see. I'm the same with that. I hate the argument that costumes are unrealistic. In a movie with a guy with blasts coming out from his eyes and a metal claw that shoots out of his fists. Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's like even the MCU sometimes like fucks up with the costumes, and I don't know why, because it's like we've got a fucking talking tree and a raccoon over here. Like, why can't Zemo have his stupid fluffy boots? I mean, at least we're getting his purple mask, but I want his stupid fluffy fucking boots. They're amazing. They're absolutely fucking amazing. I want his fluffy boots. Then there's Wanda as well. Like, she has the Scarlet Witch outfit at the end of WandaVision, which I like the costume. It's great, but it's too dark. And the original version of the costume was scarlet red, but they color graded it to make it darker, and I don't know why. Another thing about this about drawing right now, I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm quite blind, so yeah, that's another thing. I really should be wearing my glasses right now, but I'm not, because wearing glasses with headphones, I don't know, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. This arm needs to be a bit shorter. A bit more. Falcon and Winter Soldier better end with the mask getting glued to his face. I mean, yeah. Why not? I think that's a good idea. In terms of the ending of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, who do you want to become the next Captain America? Because my opinion is, I don't want anyone to become the next Captain America. Like, I want in the MCU, I want Falcon to remain the Falcon, and I do want Bucky to become someone other than the Winter Soldier, which is the reason why it kind of makes sense for him to become the next Captain America, because the Winter Soldier is so associated with Hydra, he shouldn't be the Winter Soldier. Obviously, you've got the White Wolf, which he could become. So, if anyone should become the next Captain America, it should be Bucky for that reason alone. But overall, I kind of just want them to just lay to rest Captain America's legacy and let Steve Rogers just be the one that lingers on. At least that's my opinion. It's not. It's got nothing to do with like, oh man, I don't want Sam to be Captain America because he's black or whatever. It's like I don't really want Bucky to become Captain America either. I just want them to remain the same, and then if the MCU just continue with them being the same, or at the very least Falcon being the same, and the Winter Soldier getting a new persona that's not necessarily Captain America. At least that's what I want anyway. Let's see. I think the lesson should be no one can replace Steve, but it'll probably be Falcon, although I'd love to see the comic book Falcon costume. Yeah, well, that's the thing. The guy that plays Falcon in the MCU wants the fucking comic outfit. He's said this in multiple interviews, that he wants to wear the actual comic book outfit of Falcon. So, like, I don't know, maybe just give him that fucking... Just do it. Well, one of the things for me, though, with the MCU right now, it's been... I'm trying to, like, not be super negative about it, because after Endgame, after Captain Marvel specifically, it's been very, like... Online has been very negative towards everything. Like, you see, like, people sort of going, oh no, it's going all woke and stuff. And maybe it is, I don't know. At the moment, I've not seen any extreme wokeness from it. And I don't want to think it will go in that direction. I just want to enjoy it for what it is. And if it ever goes that way and it doesn't make sense and it's crap, then sure, then I'll tap out. But I don't want to like sit here watching them going, oh man, it's going to be terrible. Automatically, I don't know. It just seems a bit... Just, like, you know, just enjoy it. Like, you know, not just pick faults for it deliberately. Just because, you know, that's your shtick on YouTube, I guess. It's like when, like, by episode 3 in WandaVision, where Quartering pointed out that, oh no, the WandaVision's very woke because there's no strong male characters in it. Because Vision isn't a strong male character, and the FBI agent is just a complete bitch. And then literally in the very next episode, like, he takes down fucking everybody, like, just by punching them in the face. It's great. And I'm like, you know, let's like give it a minute. Like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, to me, Wong, is it Wong? I'm sorry, I'm not very good with names. I'm pretty sure it's Wong. You know, the FBI Asian guy. Pretty sure his name's Wong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But he reminds me of, like, the new Coulson. Like, I would love to see more shit with him in it. He's great. I hate the blip. The 5 years gap creates too much of an issue in terms of storytelling. I'm fine with the blip. It's not that itself doesn't really bother me too much. It's not something I was really expecting, but I think it can still work. I mean, like, with what's happening in the Winter Soldier and Falcon, that seems to be like a direct consequence of the blip. And one of my favourite scenes in that is in the first episode where Falcon goes to the bank and he gets all those selfies and then the banker goes, "Oh, so it says here you've not been doing anything for the past 5 years." Well, it's because I've not existed for the past 5 years. Like, what do you want me to do about it? It's great. I don't know. I really like that scene. I don't even care. We're doing this. We are absolutely doing this. I know I shouldn't, but I'm doing it anyway. Fuck it. I'm not like it's not like I am. It's not like I'm putting ads on this video, so hopefully they won't mute it. If they mute it, this would be fucking terrible. But hopefully they will not. I'm playing this song anyway. Fuck you. I love this song. It's such a fucking early 2000s song, but I love it. It's great.
My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch. He tells me every day. He says, man, I really gotta lose my chick in the worst kind of way. She sits on her ass, he works his hands to the bone to give her money every payday. But she wants more dinero just to stay
I won't pay you. You get a job. No way. Wow, you get a job.
Well, I guess it ain't easy doing nothing at all. Oh, yeah. But hey, man, free rides just to come along every day. My friend's got a boyfriend and she hates that dick. She tells me every day he wants more dinero just to stay at home. Well, my friend, you gotta say, I won't pay you, no way. Nah, nah, why don't you get a job? Say no way, yeah, no way. Nah, nah, why don't you get a job? I won't give you no money, I'll always pay. Nah, nah, why don't you get a job? Say no way, yeah, no way. Nah, nah, why don't you get a job?
Excellent. Thank you. I'm glad somebody else appreciates my taste in music. That's all I can say. I'm glad other people enjoy my taste in music. So I fucking don't know how good it is. All I know is it's from my time. That's it. Maybe I'm a bit of a boomer. I don't know. I really hope though that song does not get me completely fucking ejected from YouTube, because that would suck. Right, let's draw these legs into place. How does that look? No, it looks a bit weird. That looks a bit weird. Perfect. By the way, I absolutely appreciate everyone who has come out today. Obviously, it's not been that many people, but the people that have been in the comment section for the past, I don't know how long we've been streaming for. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it so much. It's great. I have no idea if you click like, by the way, but if you've not, press like. Be good. Though I assume you have. 5 people have been viewing more or less consistently from the start, and that is fantastic considering how long I have been filming for. So that's good. I might not have a huge audience, but I've got good audience retention, so that's something. That is absolutely something. 5 people watching, and I've had 5 people watching at least consistently from the start. That's good. Disney should get Paul. Disney should get Paul Dino and Bruce Timms to do their Marvel cartoons. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously they should get Bruce Timm at the very fucking least. But yeah, that'd be great. It's probably not going to happen though, because I don't know. Ever since like Disney took over Marvel, like the film's been fine, like whatever, like you know. But there's not been a good Marvel cartoon since Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man and Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes has been the last good Marvel cartoon. Everything since then has been absolutely shit. Maybe that Disney Plus like Rocket and Groot cartoon, but I mean that doesn't count. That's like That's literally like 30 seconds long per episode, so it doesn't count. I don't understand why. Like, what happened? I don't know. Name a song, and I'll put it on because, like, at this point, in terms of copyright, I don't care anymore. Because at the end of the day, if they want to like mute the stream, they mute the stream. Like whatever, it's fine. Name a song.
Masquerade has just begun. Despite the party being none too lively, unlock your cage and take a step outside. Follow my guidance. Would you kind? Who would sign their own death certificate? The kind that no one dared to question if legitimate. The same man who ran a contraband syndicate. Just you wait with bated breath, his resurrection's imminent. Has affirmed the past to invest in futuristics and turn the orphans of dystopia into a business. Big brother should have kept his eye on little sisters. But now any witnesses are swimming with the fishes. I started from the top, took a plunge to the bottom. Waited till my name became unforgotten. Repeat myself among the paupers, dropped into the stardom. This impoverished populace. Back to the top of bottom, taught them how to topple corruption. Find you a lighter, ignite a revolution. You can fight fire with fire. Why would I try to build an empire for myself when I could just take one away from someone else? If you wonder who's entitled to the sweat of your brow, stop working so hard, I'll get you a town. I rejected Ryan's message, but I took his keys. Will the real Fontaine please stand up? Don't look at me. Maybe you should have asked nicer. Try it once you kindly. Grab a map over an atlas, you'll never find me. So much atom and plasmids riding inside me. Break the great chain, weighing us down, now I'm free. Pray the voices are delusions. The city's twisted nature echoed in these things. And your choices are far from illusion. Embrace the searing pain of chaos in your way. Forget identity, a concept that is dead to me. Like destiny, sculpted what you're meant to be. Our latest visitors about to hit the deep end. Thanks to a plane crash, ain't that convenient? An angel from above, but in the depths of fine devils. How far will he sink? I'll bring him down to my level. No one knows Jack, my master plan can't get out this. Ain't a wonderland, you stumbled into Alice. I've been playing around in your egg salad. How did you think I got Ryan's crown without a ballot? I'm here to stay, but I ain't campaigning. I'll take the reins, Rapture needs maintaining. The city's leaking, Adam and Eve are draining. So grab a shortwave radio, I won't leave you hanging. That is the lessons at the tip of a rivet or from a noose. Better to be in the air and boy for that cruising mother goose. You ain't useless to me. deuce in the hole, but you got deuces and threes. Hit you ain't gonna fall. Got you walking like a cocker spaniel on my command. Speaking of dogs, you recall what you done with us. So when you see those little freaks, kill the daddies and grab them. What's a little brat to you? Harvest the atom. You say to that cash is nothing if you wanna be rich. Get your hands on it, This is not a front on the pitch. Remember, ammo, it's so plentiful. You don't wanna run out of clips until you get to Ryan's office. Kill the son of a bitch. I'm a man of many faces, but I'm calling all the masquerade. Underneath the satin faceless, you're just a performer, and I've cast the play. Good and strong, face the crowd, your lines, say it loud. Play your part, make us proud. Hear applause and take your bow. Nice.
Anything else? Because at this point I'm completely out of commentary. Unless you want to talk more Marvel stuff, I don't know what to put on. So there you go.
the ground, it was peace. Survivors of violence, less than the battle, but I will live by is my weapon. No time for confessions and fire. I'm cleansing my sins and I'll find my redemption. I'm not one to live with regret, whatever the cost, fulfilling my debts. The love that I lost, remiss to forget that I'm taking off. So give me some shit. I don't wanna set the world on fire. Just wanna start a flame in your heart. I don't wanna set the world on fire. Can't help it if I tear it apart. Wake up to light apocalypse. I found home in my apocalypse. If I wake to find apocalypse, then I'll wake in my apocalypse. Just like a vagabond, I'll never settle. A roof on my head and a bed, a fire essential. I never lose the ones that I never. I'll never forget when they said I'm special. That's why life's like radiation. Come feel this overflow. These hands are yours to take them. Make them always flow. Start spreading America from the flaming places, like the land of the free, where the home of the slave is. I pray that my children get more than the world I was raised in. Things like the same, the world never changes. I don't wanna set the world on fire. Just wanna start a flame in your heart. Don't wanna set the world on fire. Can't help it if I tear it apart. Wake up to my apocalypse. I found home in my apocalypse. If I wake to find apocalypse, then I'll wake in my apocalypse. We stand here in defiance. We the makers.
Who do you think played the best Spider-Man?
We defy what logic.
That's a really good question because, like, I think Tobey Maguire played the best Peter Parker. I think Andrew Maguire played the best Spider-Man, and then I don't know. Tom Holland is it's not quite either, but he's also I don't know. It's like I feel like he's the better Peter Parker than Tobey Maguire, and I feel like he's the better Spider-Man than Andrew Garfield. But I also feel we've just not had the best overall, regardless. I don't know. It's like I don't think we've got the best Spider-Man yet. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you've got Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Yeah, he is Wolverine. We've got Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Yes, he's the best Iron Man. You know, but we don't have, in my opinion, the best Spider-Man yet. I don't know. I feel Tom Holland could probably play the best Spider-Man. I just don't think the MCU has written that best Spider-Man story for me to say, yep, that's Spider-Man. That's just where I'm at with it right now, anyway. Let's see. How do you think? Holland's writing isn't the best, but I think he could be a great Spider-Man. I get how Robert Downey Jr. built the MCU, but I'll be glad when the MCU gets beyond Tony Stark being at the center of it. The Raimi movies really invoke the early comics. Yeah, no, I agree with pretty much what you just said. Yeah, the Raimi-verse seems like the very sort of like golden age, sort of like very optimistic view of the comic books. And as for like Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man being the center of the MCU, don't get me wrong, I like that idea. I like the idea of him being the sort of pivot anchor point of it. And now that he's dead, I'm still happy to see where it can go after that. I just feel like the first, like, I get the idea of like taking a central character and saying, right, the stories revolve around him. I kind of feel like that's a good idea to do. I almost feel like you've got like phase 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the like the end game being the phase, like the end game of those phases. But I kind of feel like that's like overall, that's the phase 1 in the bigger schemes of things. Like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, phase 1, and now we're into phase 2 of the bigger Marvel universe, if that makes sense. And I'm interested to see where that goes. And if it goes woke, and it goes like, or just goes shit, I don't know, whatever, then I'm out. But if it goes good, then I'll stay. It just depends where they go. I'm not one of these people like who are hanging on saying, oh no, the MCU is fucked now. Maybe it is, but until it is, I'm staying in it. That's basically my point. I'm just gonna go and take a piss because you get the idea. Okay, back in a sec. Okay, bye. Let's see. Do I like the Alex Ross art? Yes, I do, because it's very realistic, but it's so like I don't know how to explain Alex Ross's art. It's just like it's realistic to the point of but it's also more than just realism. Like, it's super realistic drawings of what the perfect being would look like, if that makes sense. And yeah, no, I love Alex Ross as much as I love Bob Ross. Both Bob and Alex are fucking amazing. So, yeah, yeah. I don't know, I'm just saying, they're great. Right, I think what I'm gonna do now, I'm not gonna bother with Vision for now. I'll come back to Vision at some point. Probably not in this stream. So I'm just gonna try and colour in Scarlet Witch, and then for a future stream I might end up inking Vision, because I've been streaming now for about, like, let's see, how long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 3 hours, which is quite a bit. So what we'll do, let's just colour in the Scarlet Witch. So we need a red. Definitely need a red. Okay. Just colour in. No, wait, what am I doing? I am so stupid. I need to mask off this bit. And mask off that bit. Then we will select inverse, go down one, and then we will get our red colour, color the entire thing in. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we'll mask off the rest of it. Right, that just makes it easier to colour in. I might make that a bit brighter. Comic books, but in reality, which disproves the costume don't work in live action. Exactly. No. Yeah. Exactly. It's basically it has like the sort of really fabric look of the costumes, but super realistically, and yet it still works. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of think like Batman's costume probably should be a little bit more armoured than anyone else's costume. But that said, the grey of Batman costume absolutely fucking works in real life, and I don't know why we've not had a grey Batman costume until fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like, it blows my fucking mind. It's took that fucking long. Jesus. But here we are. Mental. It's probably because... Oh, jeez, okay. Just need skin color. That might be it, I don't know. That is not the colour I wanted. That's a colour. We'll go with that. We'll go with that for now. Might end up changing this later, I don't know. We'll use that to get the point across, I think. I mean, one of the things when it comes to like costumes and stuff in superhero movies, one of the things that just like amuses me greatly is the costume in the Superman, the proposed Superman Lives movie with Nicolas Cage as Superman. It's just one of those like, oh, is this where you want to go with this? Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, sure, yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Everything about that proposed movie doesn't make sense, but I also wish it exists just so I can watch it. It's like one of those things like, I know this is going to be really bad, but I still want to watch it anyway. Arkham Asylum Battlesuit is the best example. Yes, it is. That suit is absolutely brilliant. It looks armoured. Like I said, like the Batsuit, in my opinion, needs to look armored. But it's still got that grey, like, aesthetic to it. It still looks, completely the way it should do. If that if that word makes sense in this context, it just works. So it's like, yeah. And that also brings me to the next thing, is the Harley Quinn outfit. Like, they keep saying, like, the Jester costume doesn't work in, realism. And, like, alright, fair enough. Maybe it doesn't, Maybe it doesn't work in the realistic point of view. But it's not like they've even tried to bring it to the real world. Like, at least in the Arkham games, Harley Quinn's outfit is still, the red, black, and sort of, like, split Jester outfit. It's not quite the exact replica from the comic books. But it's still a Harley Quinn outfit, whereas the monster, the daddy's little monster fucking outfit it's not the same thing. I don't understand why they didn't just, like, attempt to do it. It doesn't work. Grey and blue is my favourite. Superman's would have been interesting, at least. Yeah. As for the blues, the blue suit for Batman, I mean, I get your point, but it's never been blue. Like, that's one of the things, like, as an artist, I get it. Like, the blue is often, in terms of comic books and in, like, sort of, like, illustration, is usually a stand-in for black. So the reason why Batman's modern version of the suit is black and is black and blue is simply because black and blue is blue and grey is because the blue is representative of black. Even Spider-Man originally, when Steve Ditko did the artwork for that, was supposed to be black and red, but then later issues was interpreted as blue and red, and then it just officially became blue and red. But yeah, the original Spider-Man was actually supposed to be black and red. It's like Wolverine's hair. In a lot of early issues, you'll see his hair being blue when the actual idea is it's supposed to be black. Because I've done that a lot before when I want to draw a character with black hair, but I don't want to use pure black just because it doesn't quite look right because it looks too flat, and that's what people in in comics do when it comes to characters. But what's also interesting about that is it's like Spider-Man 2099. His costume in the games have been confused for black and has been confused for blue, and nobody really knows which version is supposed to be correct, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be actually blue, but they thought the blue is meant to represent black, so one of the games he was black and red when he should have been blue and red, or it was the other way around. I don't remember which, but to be honest, it's just, I don't know, it's very confusing. I don't know, comics are weird when it comes to colouring like that. The missing texture. Hi, Loon. Hello, missing texture. It's texture. Texture. There you go. I'm not very good at words, especially right now. But hello. If you're not giving this stream a like, if you could give it a like, that'd be fantastic. I really hope you're enjoying the video. I know you've not been here long, but please give me a like. It'll make my day. Thank you. Grey and blue is my favourite. Yeah, that's the Batman comic from before. Back to photo shop. I almost feel like I'm drawing what's her face from the Inhumans right now because how long her hair is. Has anyone seen the Inhumans, like the TV series? Because my god, that was terrible. That was like the worst Marvel like live action thing I've seen. Has anyone seen Legion, by the way? Legion was probably the best TV thing from Marvel I've ever seen. Legion was great. I can't believe how good Legion was, actually. And I'm so glad, like, all three, like, you know, it has an ending. Like, it has 3 seasons, but it has an actual ending. It's amazing that it has an ending, because I was expecting it to just be all, like, especially after the Disney, like, buyout, I was expecting it just to not have an ending and just not go anywhere, but it does. So I'm so happy that it has an ending. Let's see. My favourite line of logic was a big purple world eater was too unrealistic for the movie with an orange rock monster. You're about Fantastic Four too with the Silver Surfer. Yeah, instead of having a giant purple world eater, we have a giant cloud. Great, good job. The silver guy who's just flying around on a fucking surfboard. That's realistic enough. The guy who can fucking burst into flames, that's realistic enough. The woman that can turn invisible, realistic. The guy who can stretch around the room, realistic. The fucking guy that can burst into fucking flames, realistic. Guy who turns into a pile of rocks, realistic. A giant guy in space that wants to eat planets, nah, that's not realistic at all. That's ridiculous. Let's bring in a fucking cloud. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Fucking hate Fantastic Four 2 so much. Did your mum like that drink you mixed? The one with the ginger beer? Yeah, she loved it. It was great. It was the ginger beer that the drink that I mixed for my mum. It was like an orangey flavored gin, mixed with like a raspberry vodka, and the ginger beer that I put in it was a orange ginger beer, and I mixed that together, and it was okay. But then I added a half ounce of lemon juice, and the lemon juice just made it, the lemon juice added to it just turned it from like, yeah, it's okay, it's kind of a drink, sure, whatever, to a drink. So yeah, no, it was a good drink. If you take a look at the bottles that are on the picture, and then just look, you know, how many ounces and stuff like that, I recommend it. I really do recommend the drink. It's great. It's a good drink. It's very good. I started watching the first few episodes. Watch more. Fucking, like, it's one of those shows that's like, it makes absolutely no sense at first, but once you get to the end of the series, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And the 3 seasons, it's such a mindfuck of a series, Legion. But stick with it. It's so good, and when it gets to the end, it's so different for a Marvel like television series. It's so different for any Marvel film I've ever seen before. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it, but it's such a good series. and I love the fact that it's got 3 seasons and it has an ending. Like, I can't stress this enough. A series with a fucking ending. Like a chronological ending which doesn't go any further beyond. It's great. Watch it. Just watch it. It's so good. It's good. It's good. I don't know it. I don't know if you like westerns, but Bone Tomahawk is pretty good. Not seen it. I'm not a huge fan of westerns, to be honest. I mean, I like Westworld, at least season 1, but that's not really a western, really, if you think about it. So yeah, I'm very much more into, like, I don't know. I'm into sci-fi. I'm into, like, fantasy. But if we're on about a show that's set in the past, my favorite era for shows that are set in the past is the 1950s. Again, as you can probably tell with my atomic era sort of look and aesthetic. Yeah, it's 1950s. I like 1920s, you know, like that sort of Art Deco to, like, Atomic Age era tends to be my favourite era of television or whatever, in terms of aesthetic anyway. So, is Wanda's hair in WandaVision like a gingery kind of colour? I'm not 100% sure. I'm probably gonna finish streaming soon. It is nearly time for me to eat food, so that's a thing. But I've enjoyed this a lot, to be honest, and I definitely want to do this more, to be fair. Just wonder why tights. She wears tights, doesn't she? Like, it's not gonna be her actual skin color at the legs. It is tights. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm going to give her tights anyway. UPA style. You like Twilight Zone? Yes, the Twilight Zone was good. I like that series. I liked Tales of the Crypt as well. That was a good show. I like that kind of, like, anthology horror kind of thing. I liked Goosebumps. I mean, I know that's a children's show. I'm just saying, it was a good show, and so was Are You Afraid of the Dark? Both of those shows were great. Just 1 second. Someone's knocking at the door. Right back. Let's see. Food is for the weak. Beer makes you mighty. Well, that might be fair. That might be true. But at the end of the day, I do need to eat. So I am probably going to go in a few minutes. But we will definitely continue this at another time, probably next week, I think. Definitely. But this was fun. So I'm glad. I'm very grateful for everybody who's shown up. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Does anybody want to say hello to Alicia? She's just come in from work. If you do, I will hold on and I'll bring her in here. She can say hello and then we will wrap up. I'll go get it now. Do anything hello? Say hello.
Hello. Adam's forcing me to say hi.
I was drawing Wanda and Vision. Can't quite see Vision. 1 second. Let me see that one. There's Vision. You can see him there, just in the outline.
Have you sorted out the sound?
As much as I could.
What has people replied?
Oh, this.
What's the last thing?
Yeah, her tights are lighter than red pink. That's not about you, she's about Wanda.
Obviously.
And then sure.
Hi. Bye. But yes, her pants are lighter than the...
Yeah, I know
You know
that.
that,
I know
right?
that much. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, I'm so happy that you all came to see the stream, and I am going to go because I'm hungry. Alicia's just come in, tea time, etc. But I will continue this another time, and I hope you enjoyed your viewing of the drawing, I guess. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.